After 20-some years, Cartier finally decided to update the Tank Francaise, the most popular tank watch they've ever launched. And we've got the differences and enhancements to show you coming up. The Cartier Tank watch is one of the absolute icons of the watch world, and it's so successful partly because it's not only appealing to people who are really into horology, but also people that are into fashion and art and design and all sorts of other areas love this watch. It dates back to 1917 when Louis Cartier saw the Renault tanks on the field in World War I and realized there's an idea for a great watch. Maybe he doesn't see the world the way the rest of us do, and that's what made the genius of Louis Cartier. But finally in 1996 was the first time they came out with a tank watch in stainless steel with a stainless steel bracelet. It was the biggest new product launch in the Cartier 150-year history, and they really left it unchanged until 2023. So a huge long run of the same exact watches being made. You'll recall they had 4 sizes. They called them creatively small, medium, large, and extra large. And they were all quartz except for the large model, which was automatic. So when they came out with this new one in 2023, it's really interesting because they've made a lot of really small changes that on their surface, they don't really look like they're very big changes. It's a very Cartier way to do things. But when you look at them all, it really adds up to a sleeker, more modern looking watch. So when we look at these, the sizes that they originally had, the small, medium, large, and extra large, we have here the medium and the large. So this is the medium. Sometimes comes with the date and sometimes without the date. They sort of phased in a no-date version eventually. But the large model always had the automatic movement, always had the date. And the sizes were very set. They never varied them over the entire run of the watch. Now they've come out with this 2023 model, and you can see that there's a few very subtle changes. One of them is the way the bracelet is polished. The edges are not as high polished as they were on the previous model, but the end link is really where you see it because the end link used to be a 3-link affair with the polished edges where it attached to the watch, and now it's one link that really fills that gap and sort of a more simplified, more streamlined look. Keeping with that theme of streamlined and simplified, the crown itself is a little bit recessed into the case now. And it's a smaller crown, again, a little bit more streamlined look. Not sure how that's going to work on the large model as far as how easy the crown is to manipulate. I haven't had one of those in my hand yet, but we'll see. The dial itself is a big change as well. The dials used to be silvered, not silver, but silvered, which is, it sort of had a grained texture, and then the printed Roman numerals, the Cartier signature Roman numerals. On the newer one, the dial really is silver, but the Roman numerals are applied to the surface, and it gives a little bit more definition as you're looking at the Roman numerals. Of course, you still have the blued steel hands, the blue stone on the crown as the Cartier signatures, the double deployant buckle that's so nice. The watches are water resistant, they're sapphire crystals, they're jeweled quartz movements. So the functionality is fantastic. I think that the dial color blends a little more with the steel than the previous version. So the great thing about SwissWatchExpo is that even though Cartier has updated the line, if you still like the original one better, we'll have those no doubt for years and years. One of the things that they did update was the sizing itself. I've got this here to show you that the new medium is almost the size of the old large. It's a little bit bigger than the previous medium, and they really, all 3 sizes, the small, medium, and large, they made them a little bit bigger for the new launch. The large does still have the automatic movement. It's a Solida-based movement. As of right now, there's no steel and gold model. There's only all steel in small, medium, and large, and all gold in small and medium with and without diamonds. So give us a call here at Swiss Watch Expo. We'll be happy to go over which ones are the new 2023 launch Tank Francaise versus the classic version. We'll be happy to talk to you about which one you might like better and why. We'll be happy to compare things and show them to you on the wrist. Just give us a ring at SwissWatchExpo.com.